WNIT drew UTEP. I believe UTEP is 20-12 or 20-13 on the year. They did lose in the semifinals of the CUSA tournament to Middle Tennessee State. Who wants to get us started with a coach?
Ariel, I realize I said Ariel at the Big 12.
It's
I'm
okay.
so sorry.
It's
I
okay.
called her Ariel for
It's okay. No, honestly, I was like, you can call me whatever you want.
No.
You're good.
I realized it. I went, okay, I'm just going to get with it. Like,
No, y'all like got me choked up like during that post-game press conference. But anyway, okay, no tears, happy tears, honestly. I guess what was the reaction in the locker room, especially for you and your staff, when you guys found out that, hey, for the first time in a decade, we're going to the postseason?
yeah, I mean, our kids are super excited. They were relieved. They were really nervous because we'd been talking about it. And, of course, the WNIT was certainly an option for us, and we were excited about that. I mean, disappointed, of course, that we didn't get in the NCAA, but we also knew going in that that this is a process, this is a rebuild, and we're continuing to take the right steps. And to be honest, we just wanted to play in the postseason. And so the girls were really, really excited. We had them come up and watch the NCAA selection show because we want them to know what it's going to be like when they hear their name next year. And then we had to wait. We had to sit and wait. And they were pretty cute because they were like, oh my gosh, the nerve. They were so nervous. They wanted it to happen. But they were really excited, and I think they're very appreciative that they get to play with each other again. They get to play for Texas Tech again, and they get to play in front of their fans again.
And then heading into this matchup, I mean, UTEP, you guys in the preseason WNIT and also your whole preseason slate, you guys play teams like that. So do you think that schedule early on in the season is going to prepare you guys for Thursday? I think just playing again, is certainly going to prepare us. I mean, the Big 12 has prepared us. There's no doubt. I think that our kids are seasoned. I think they are excited that they get to extend their season. I mean, we've been playing a lot of basketball for a long time, and we started early August. So they're really excited to play another high-quality opponent. UTEP coach Kevin Baker, he and I worked together for 7 years at West Texas A&M, and well, I guess not quite 7, I guess 5, but he and I are really good friends. I keep up with him. I sent him a text after he got co-coach of the year. I mean, all the things. So it's kind of it's fun that we get to play them, and it'll be good to see him. And then last one for me, you at the Big 12 at the postgame, you said that you knew from the very beginning of this year, before you guys even started, that this team was destined to make the postseason. I just want to know why you thought that, and I guess how has that grown over the past couple of months, ever since the season first started? Yeah,
I think that I thought that this team could play in the postseason because we had a good mixture of the things that I think it takes to get there. We have really good seniors that are hungry, that really, really were playing with a lot of senior urgency, great leadership that really wanted to play in the postseason. Obviously, that was a huge goal of theirs. And then I thought that we have some really good young talent that is used to winning. I mean, we've talked about how, we've recruited kids that have won state championships, that have played deep into their seasons, and we know that we brought them here to play postseason and to get into NCAA tournament. So I just think that we have a really good combination. We've got a really good chemistry, and I'm really glad that this group is going to get to continue to play. Can you make any more noise?
I know. Go to Carlos and we'll look at that.
Coach, I know you mentioned that you were working with Coach Baker as an assistant at West Texas A&M. I guess for you, what do you know about him, or what has he taken from you that you can kind of see if you've seen enough film yet or kind of know of UTEP?
Yeah, I actually keep up with them because he and I are good friends, and I know his teams play really hard. They're very defensive oriented, and he does a great job on defense, on the defensive end. We have some of the same philosophies when it comes to that. I know that they will execute well and use their post play, and their guards are going to be athletic and be able to get to the hole. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I see that he does that I think that we've learned together, and then there's a lot of things that he's certainly added that I've been really impressed with as far as how he runs his team.
In terms of UTEP so far, what's more impressive? Is it the guard play, the fact that they've got 4 players in double figures, or is it their forward? I can't pronounce her name, I apologize, right. but she's really good.
Yeah. I think a little bit of everything. I mean, he's been there for a few years now, so he's been able to recruit and gather the kids that he wants in his system. I think his guard play is really good. I think they have several kids that can hurt you if you're not ready to defend them. I think the inside is big, and they also they dominate the paint a little bit, but I think his big kid also was Defensive Player of the Year. So that's really impressive, So we haven't got to watch as much film as we want to just yet, but I just think that the fact that they're balanced makes them difficult and a tough challenge.
And obviously for you, you mentioned hopefully it wasn't Katie's last, potential last game. Has she practiced, or I guess what's her status?
Yeah, she should be good to go. She was coming out of concussion protocol and was going to be available in the Big 12 tournament, but we just didn't get to play long enough.
Coach, what's the message to fans? I mean, it's spring break. It's really important to get this place packed and get the excitement for postseason here in Lubbock.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons that this is part of the process for us, is that if you can have a postseason home game, I know that our fans will turn up for that. I mean, I know it's spring break, but those of them that stayed and did a staycation, we're going to provide some entertainment. And we even tried to bump it up an hour on Thursday night and play at 6 instead of 7. So maybe those families can come out and enjoy the fun. It's a single game. There's not another game, Texas Tech game, whether it's softball or baseball. There's nothing else going on Thursday. So we really want a big crowd. It's important to us to continue to grow our program, to grow our fan base. It's going to help us in recruiting for people to be able to see how much Texas Tech is supported by its fans.
And just, have you had a chance to look at the whole field? I mean, it's a nice 64-team field.
Yeah, it's a great field. I mean, there are several teams in the tournament that were overlooked, if you will, for the NCAA tournament. There's, obviously 3 Big 12 teams that I think are very high quality, that I wish them the best of luck. I think that, with Oregon being in it, I mean, Nebraska, Arkansas, there's a lot of Power Fives that are really, really good and historically good. But then being a mid-major in the past, I know how exciting it is for several of these mid-major teams to play in this, and they're looking to just continue to gather wins and try to beat opponents and get them a championship. So I think it's going to be a great tournament. There's a lot of high-quality teams, and hopefully we play deep into March.
And what's the message will be to the team? I mean, this is it. I mean, you got to keep winning or it's done.
Yeah. We talked yesterday about how excited we were for each other, that they got to continue to play together. But then, of course, there has to be some urgency of, oh man, now we really know the next time that we lose, we're done. So I think that our seniors are going to play with a lot of freedom. I think they're going to play to have fun. I think they're going to really play loose and be excited about the opportunity. And I think it gives our underclassmen a great chance to get more practice, to get more experience, and to learn what it means to play deep into March.
Coaches, how do you feel like this shows the progress that has been made since you've got here?
Yeah, I mean, again, this is part of the process, and I know that people are going to be impatient, and I know I'm impatient. There's nothing more than I would have loved to have been in the NCAA tournament this year. Absolutely nothing more. And I think that our team had some games that could have helped us get there. And I think everybody had to go through that heartbreak with us, with some of the games that we lost on our home floor even. But it's a huge step in the right direction. This is a tournament that we can play more than one game. It's a tournament that we can get some momentum. We obviously get extra practice time with our young kids, and we're really, really young. We get, extra time with our seniors. They get to play on their home floor again. It just sets the tone for what we want to do in years to come, which is obviously get into the NCAA tournament and play deep into that. So this is a huge step. It's crazy to me, after what I was a part of as a player at Texas Tech, that the Lady Raiders haven't been in the postseason in 10 years. Like, that's unheard of to me. So I'm so excited for our fan base. I'm so excited for our program. I'm so excited for the Lady Raiders that came before us to be able to get back there. And we just want to keep building, and hopefully people will see that we are really on the rise.
You mentioned the Lady Raiders prior, and this is for the past, the future, the now. I guess, was there anybody who has been a part of that process, maybe not on the staff or on the team, that maybe texted you right away or reached up and like, hey, you guys got it done the first time in a decade? Was there anybody like that?
Yeah, I've had a lot of people. I mean, I have a lot of people text me throughout the season that are really excited about what we're doing. I mean, after we had the reunion especially, and they all came back and got a feel for it, there's the Lady Raider Nation and Lady Raider, ex-Lady Raiders are really, really, I guess, Lady Raider alumni is what I'm trying to say. They're really excited about the direction that we're going, and they're hungry for not only this team but future teams to experience, a run into the tournament. Those that were able to do that when they were Lady Raiders, they know what type of excitement, what type of memories that brings, and it's fun to yell for a team in March. You want to be able to yell for your team in March. So I had several former teammates that text me. I had several former Lady Raiders. Obviously Coach Sharp was in Kansas City with us. She was really excited when she heard that we were going to get in. Coach Weiss, Coach Redding. I mean, so many people have reached out. Kayleen Cadell, who's probably the ultimate Lady Raider fan, and she's a former Lady Raider. I mean, they're just thrilled to have this experience and to bring back the energy and to bring back the excitement. And those that know that this is a huge step in that right direction.
Coach, you were talking a lot about the young players and what you have going. Who's a young player that you're wanting to see in the postseason, or is going to do well in the postseason?
I think our entire freshman class, it's really important. They've played some really big minutes for us this year, and it's really important for them to experience postseason so that they will continue to understand what it's about and that they're hungry for it. So, I mean, all three of our freshmen, as far as, Bailey and Kyla and Jasmine go, I want them to have a great experience. But then even our next class, which is Ashley Chevalier, it's Riley McKinney, JoJo is going to at least experience practicing with us and being on the bench and understanding what that looks like. Saga, she's gonna get that experience. I mean, we are freshman and sophomore heavy, and then we are senior heavy. So I think it's just a great combination to have this experience with all of them.
And your veterans, how excited are you to see them go to the postseason, and what message do you think they should bring to your younger athletes?
Yeah, I think our kids, our seniors particularly, they're just not ready to be done playing. I loved Bree's tweet that said, I get to put my Texas Tech uniform on, again, in front of all of our fans. I think that's really important. Tatum had tears of joy because she's just not ready for the season and her season to be over yet, or her career to be over yet. And so just all of them, all five of our seniors, I think just bring so much. They've brought so much to this program, and they really have helped us climb some mountains and overcome some obstacles to help us get this program going in the right direction. So for them to be able to play postseason and be a part of that at any level, I think is huge. And, if they can catch the right mojo and get some things going here, it could be a really fun ride.
Coach, do you think that you'll start the game, or the players will start the game kind of like they finished against K-State, with that pace and that sense of urgency? Is that what you'd like to see at the start of the game against UTEP?
I mean, we definitely need to be the aggressors, yes. And I think that we want to play fast. We're going to be able to have some legs under us. We're going to be healthier than we've been in a while. So I do feel like that we're going to be able to play, deep into our bench. And I think we'll be able to play at a faster pace for sure. And we want to. I mean, we don't want to get in a running game with anybody necessarily, but I do think that we can extend our defense and play with a little bit of urgency as far as turning people over and trying to just play with a good pace about us and a good tempo.
What concerns you about UTEP?
I think their defense. I mean, I know he's going to be very defensive oriented and be physical. Their balance concerns me because we're going to have to be able to guard our own. You probably can't, without watching more film to this date, I don't think you're going to be able to key onto one or two people. I think you're going to be able to guard all of your own, everyone yourself, to be able to keep them from getting too hot. But I think it's just postseason. I mean, it wouldn't matter who we're playing. You're going to be concerned about them because postseason is a great time, and a lot of people have a great adrenaline about them. All right. Thank you, guys. Excited to get to see y'all again.
Thank you.
All right, who wants to start us off, Stan?
Yeah, Bryn, what does it mean to you knowing that missed the last home game of the season due to injury, and you get one more chance to do that, at least one more chance to suit out in front of the Lubbock fans here?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I was really upset that I didn't play our last game here, but I'm just excited for this team because I really think this community has really rallied around us, and even though we may not be having the success in the win column that we may want, they can see that we are taking baby steps in the right direction and they're rallying around us, and I'm just really excited to get to play for them one more time, or a couple more times, hopefully.
Britt, I asked you at Big 12 Media Day about returning, and you said that you wanted to be a little bit selfish, try and help get this team to the postseason. Do you kind of feel like whether it wasn't the NCAA tournament, just getting them to the postseason, was that one of your goals, and how does that feel to kind of help this team kind of do what you thought that you wanted them to do when you came back?
Yeah, I mean, it's always your goal to get to the NCAA. That's the ultimate goal. It's just to make a postseason period is such a big step for this program, and I don't think people really realize that. Like, everyone kind of has a negative connotation around the WNIT in terms of compared to the NCAA, but for us, this is the perfect step for us in gaining confidence, gaining momentum with our fans, gaining just experience for our underclassmen. And so I'm just really grateful that I get to keep playing and that I get to be a part of the team that gets us back to the postseason. I'm really thankful for that.
I know you kind of mentioned it already, but can you just speak of the roller coaster season you've kind of endured with the injury and obviously not being able to play your last home game, but now being able to maybe kind of show out that last time?
Yes, I mean, I'm a senior. I don't have time to waste right now, so just playing for my team is something that's just really important to me right now. It's at this point we've done what I want to do, and so being able to just help my underclassmen in any way I can, and our seniors, just have the best last experience is all I can ask for, and I'm just excited for this week.
Bryn, you mentioned that this is a big step for this program. I guess from your perspective, seeing what your mom has been able to do over the past couple of years, how big of a step is that from her? Because she is your mom, but she's also your coach.
I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. I've seen behind the scenes. I've seen everything the past 3 years. And so getting to take this step with her means a lot to me. And just getting to see her have I guess the success, making a postseason is a success. It doesn't matter which one. And so just getting to do that with her means the world to me. And I think it's building her confidence and everyone's, that we are doing the right thing. We are taking the right steps. We are putting in the work every day. I just think it validates everything that they're doing.
And then, your coach, your mom, she said at the post game of the Big 12 championship that she said that, hey, I knew from the very beginning that this team had what it takes in order to make a postseason. I was curious from your perspective, did you know from the very beginning, that first practice back in, goodness gracious, September, October, that this team had what it takes?
Yes, I mean, we've been practicing since June. Like, we've just been going, especially with our foreign tour. We had extra practices. So we had so much confidence in this team going into the season. And I do believe we let a few games slip away that could have helped us get into the NCAA. But the fact that we have the confidence that we could have been there, I think is going to take us really far in this tournament.
Bryn, can you just kind of take us through how you guys found out? You found out you were in, but now you're at home, and Coach said you guys watched the NCAA tournament yesterday, and just give us the reaction of the whole team finding out not only you were in, but you're going to get to host a game.
Mm-hmm. She actually had the underclassmen come in early and watch the selection show, and then the seniors came in. We watched the rest as a team, and I think everyone was just, in a sense, like kind of hurting watching the selection show because we're like, oh, we could have been there. Like just wanting it so bad. But then getting that call and knowing that, okay, we're not done. You almost saw a sigh of relief on everyone, and just knowing that, okay, we still have a chance to keep building this program and keep just growing. And for the seniors, we just have a chance to keep playing, and we're just really excited about it. And we just want to help our underclassmen with this experience as much as we possibly can.
And as one of the leaders on the team, what's the message to the younger ladies? Because you got to win to stay in. I mean, this is it.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the great things that they pointed out to us after we made it is like, who is it? Virginia Tech and Indiana were playing in it 5-6 years ago. They're both #1 seeds. Arizona played in it. The next year they played in the national championship. Like, this tournament does big things for programs. And so I guess the biggest thing we're trying to take away from it is taking this opportunity and using it to propel into next year as well.
And then finally, just what's the message to the fans? Because I know you guys are going to need them. And it's postseason, and it's at the USA.
It has been 10 years since the Lady Raiders have been in a postseason. This is so exciting, and coming out and supporting, it means the world to us. We absolutely love our fans, and this is going to carry into future years. Like, you can be a part of the beginning again. And so just having as many people as we can to get out here and just supporting Tech. Tech fans are just the best. And so we're just really thankful, and we're really hoping everyone that is in town for spring break wants to come out for a good game. Yeah.
Hey, for me, Bryn, just the way you guys finished the fourth quarter against K-State, is that how you'd like to see this team come out and play the first quarter against UTEP and maybe even the first half?
I mean,
see the stealing, the way that you got up and down the floor.
Absolutely. I think we need to take that into the next game. Yes. And instead, like, we just need to play that way with our confidence rather than almost like a desperate trying to catch up. Like, we need to use that pace, that intensity, everything like that to jump ahead. So maybe we're not coming from behind for once. We seem to always be doing that. So yes, it would be great we saw success in our presses, which is what we've worked really hard on all season. So hopefully we can take that confidence into the WNIT.
Have you seen a sense of confidence since you guys got this bid that maybe you hadn't seen before?
Yes. So today was our first day kind of back in the gym since everything, and you could just feel a sense of not looseness, but excitement. Everyone was really excited to see one another, be back in the gym. We shot the ball insanely well today in practice, which is awesome to see because I feel like we haven't been doing that lately. So yes, just getting to be back in the gym with everyone, you could tell everyone was just excited to be there.
Anything else, guys?
Awesome. Thanks, y'all.